majority of the correction officers are black, about 48%. The other part are Latino, and a few whites. Isn't that crazy? Now the sheriff's department is saying, all you black correction officers come to the sheriff's department. Let's do a lateral movement. They didn't talk about that. They say you go out on your own and get your own damn job. That's what they're saying.
After using them.
So I understand, I know most blacks are in law enforcement is in correction. I already understand that. I'm not talking about that. Back to the jail. So, because of the jail reform or bail reform, something that people like myself and other activists around the state had pushed and got passed, and there's some justice reform, which reduces the number of folks in jail in the first place. But that doesn't change that the fact that we are still the most arrested, the most sentenced, the most convicted and indicted. This county, Union County, is a racist institution. I'm going to break it down for you. Then I'll get back to the jail. Here in Union County, right down the street there, is the Andrew K. Rotolo Justice Center. Ask them, that's the prosecutor's office. Ask them how many black male prosecutors in that building. I'm going to give you the number. None. So white male prosecutors
Zero.
are arresting and indicting black people. There's none. No black male prosecutors inside the county justice system prosecutor's office. None. Let's don't stop there. So we got an average of 24 to 27 judges. Y'all following me on social media and all over?
We got you.
27 or 24. We have one black judge. When black folks represent 14% of the population in Union County. And in the largest city of Elizabeth, the majority are black and brown. And we have one black, one Latino judge. They bring the one on board. I think you should have about 6 black judges. You got one. And he has not been reappointed yet. That's 250 prosecutor staff. No black assistant prosecutors. None. Where else? Let's don't start there. 90% of the correction officers are black and brown, and you don't give 2 cents about it. So back to the jail. This jail system, first of all, the reason why it was so many black and brown in jail anyway, because they were poor. You know, they didn't have the proper lawyering. The public defender's office was overloaded, so that's what packed it up. And that's happened in counties across the state. If you think that we are foolish to think that you are closing this facility down because you're doing black and brown and poor folks a favor, you are out of your mind. We know you're doing it just for the money. And let's talk about the money. Okay, here we go. First of all, you're getting rid of all the, what's up, brother? You're getting rid of all the correction officers, mostly black and brown. They're struggling to find jobs as we speak. Some of the senior officers, you're telling them they can't even carry over their benefits. You think we're fools. Then you're talking about each and every one of these prisoners, these inmates, $103 per day they're paying Essex County. Oh, by the way, it's not Essex County jail, it's in North, which is a predominantly black city. So they're going to take all the black folks and brown folks, which mostly get arrested. They're going to bypass Elizabeth, where their homes are. They're going to bring them to North. So what do North become? North become a fortress. It be a hub for black and brown people. Because you just shut down 2 years ago, the juvenile detention, saving what? $24 million. Guess what? Many of those workers went crazy trying to find a job. And what did you do with the $24 million? You didn't make a juvenile training center. You didn't make a juvenile or youth school. You didn't take that money and put it into juvenile jobs. You closed it down and you made it a fire and EMT training center. Nothing for you. Nothing for our young people. Stay with me, folks. Stay with me. So, let's follow the money. So, here's what I did. I reached out and I called and asked and demanding a thorough investigation by the FBI. Yes, we did. We called the Justice Department Civil Rights Division and asked for them to investigate not only this ridiculous, inhumane process, but also start checking the books on the county manager and this whole process. Why $24 million you saved from the juvenile? Where did that money go? What contractors got paid? And what have you? Here, they talking about in the Union County Jail, $103 million they're going to save. What? There's no plan for that so-called new money that's in their budget. There's no plan to do anything. But another plan is to use, once again, like they done with marijuana arrests, like they done the prison industrial complex, off the black, brown, poor people of this state.
That's right.
It's all about the money. So, what we're going to do, I want y'all to go to my Facebook page, social media around the country. I want y'all to call this number, 908-527-4000, 908-527-4000, and ask for the county manager opening, like oatmeal, oatmeal. I want y'all to call him and say, Oatmeal, you're fired. We're firing you. Tell the county manager his day is a number to be fired. His system is racist, bigoted, and have no feeling for black people in our county.
That's right.
We are 14% of the population, and we're not going to let you use our people as a slave trade. Because that's all it is. You got what? The 13th Amendment. The 13th Amendment, yes, it's Emancipation Proclamation. It's just a new way of enslaving black people and making cash money. That's what this whole industrial prison complex was ever for. Now here in the face of our county, Union County,
That's right.
this is what we're doing. So, this day,
On this day.
I'm announcing a rally, a major rally, on May 25th. That's a Tuesday at 4:30. Reaching out to people around the state to be here. That May 25th, it will be a rally. I'm calling all the organizations, National Action Network under the leadership of Reverend Al Sharpton, NAACP under the leadership of President Johnson, other grassroots organizations to join us on May 25th in front of the where? I want to be in front of the county courthouse. May 25th. That's also the day that they murdered George Floyd. So May 25th, we will have numbers. And we will be speaking loud and clear. We're going to be crashing freeholders meetings. And eventually, there ain't going to be a Zoom no more. They're going to open it up to the public. And we're going to be there in your face. We don't give a damn if you're a Democrat or Republican.
That's right.
We care about the righteousness and the fairness and the goodness and the treatment of our people.
That's what we care
You're
about.
not going to trick us.
Come
Some
on
of
now.
our leaders don't even understand this.
Yeah.
Thank God they have a senior member here that
Come on now.
understands the
That's
science
right.
of the science of this whole kind of corruption and racism that goes on in this county
Yeah.
every single day. Recap. Once again, they're closing the facility down. They're moving them to Essex County, Newark, making a slave, almost like building a slave boat. You know how they stockpiled the boat? So they're going to have everybody there arrest from Plainfield to Elizabeth, and they're going to pass Elizabeth, and they're going to bring them to Newark, and they're going to put them all averaging about 400 or 500 into the North jail system. They're going to make $100 some odd million, grease their pockets in the contractors, but we're going to be demanding. We're going to have calls to the Justice Department to ask them to investigate, starting with the county manager, Mr. Altman. Turn in your license, you're fired. And we're going to make sure that. We're going to launch a calling campaign starting tomorrow, all into May 4th, so those lines will be tied up. We're going to be at that 908-527-4000, act for the county manager and tell them you're fired. That you're trying to trick black folks. You're trying to think that we're going to be sitting back and idly by and let you pull it. And I'm not defending no damn jail. I'm not defending those who commit crime. But what I am doing is speaking the truth about what this thing is really about. And it ain't have nothing to do with the goodness of good black people.
That's right. That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? Because you made no plan of $103 million you claim you saving here. You made no plans of even reaching out to black people. We still got one black judge. We still don't have not one black prosecutor. Hell, if you don't lock me up, let somebody look like me. Shit. Think y'all forward. That stuff gotta stop. There's a whole lot of stuff I could be doing.
Come on
but
now.
I'm gonna put a whole lot of weight on this jail situation.
That's right.
And even the guards, you sent letters to the guards and said, don't you hook up with Ismiall. That's what you said. But guess what? Those of y'all know me, I'm a fearless fighter. I have people with me. I got other sisters, I got people from, I'm gonna tell you right now, don't y'all believe the hype. They're not doing nothing great for black people. They're shipping all the black people to Newark. You know, making Newark the hub for black inmates. All 21 cities, people who are arrested are gonna go to Newark. Why Newark? Let's bring them to Bergen County. They said, hell no. All the black correction officers that's in this building, all the brown correction officers in this building, and the few whites in here, they displacing y'all because they don't give y'all no respect. Where the PBA at? Where the PBA defending y'all? You know this contract is no good. You know you don't want to leave this location. You know it's ridiculous. And you know corruption is mixed up in it. But I said, okay, I'm going to fight for y'all, brothers. I'm going to fight for y'all. Even if you don't want to fight, I'm going to bring it to you. They're going to have to explain. We already reached out to the Justice Department. They're already looking into this. And I would love the day when they come out of here with boxes. And trust me, they're going to do it because we're going to put pressure on them to do it. Come on, sister.
Come on now.
Watch this. Come on, can you speak strong, speak loud.
Hi.
No.
Hi, my name is Beverly Crisp. I am a resident of Union County, in particular the city of Plainfield.
Okay.
And I too come to represent as a parent and a community activist to express my concerns with the closing of the Union County Jail. I would like to share some statistics as to why the county is making a permanent decision based on a temporary situation. And I want to quote some statistics so that we would have a better understanding of what we're looking at here today. Okay, one of the things that I'm concerned about is the lack of reporting and identifying a trend. As I previously stated, this is a temporary situation in terms of the reduction in inmates, not just here in Union County, but this trend in reduction of inmates is a national issue based on a temporary situation. The Union County Jail is situated in Union County, New Jersey. In a report on their website, dated for February 23rd, 2021, this facility housed more than 1,100 prisoners. The report also, to their own admission, stated that the facility boasts about having 1,059 bookings yearly from all of Union County. This doesn't sound like a shortage to me. The facility is supervised by 89 staff members under the governorship of the Union County, New Jersey, under the Sheriff's Office. Prisoners housed here have either been condemned for a crime or are presently in pre-preliminary stage. One of the things that have inspired this shrinkage of inmates across this country, and this was reported by the AAAS on September 20th, 120,000 COVID-19 cases and 1,000 deaths have been documented among people incarcerated in the United States prison system. As cases surged, public health experts amplified a long-standing, unfulfilled demand of criminal justice reform advocates. The demand was lock fewer people up. Because of the virus, such decarceration efforts suddenly made speedy progress. Policy recommendations that were unable to be traction for over 2 years. Advocates have been fighting for this for over 2 years. Because of the COVID, we were able to get them done in 3 weeks. Nationwide, jail population plunged. Again, not just here in Union County, nationwide, jail population plunged by about 25% between March and June. Population of prisoners which hold public serving sentences after conviction budged much less. An analysis by the Marshall Project and the Associated Press found an 8% decrease nationwide. So again, this is not a county issue. However, the county wants to benefit from a temporary situation. Another interesting fact is the sudden show crime increase in summer months. Now keep in mind the timing. Keep in mind the timing of this closing, right before the summer months. This is not by coincidence. The reason why we experience an increase in crime during summer months is, of course, we have longer days, more people are outdoors and on the streets, later, more opportunity for crime. Common sense. Holidays. People go away from their homes, leaving the homes vulnerable to burglary. Common sense. In poor neighborhoods, which a lot of us are from, people are more likely to congregate on the streets to escape heat indoors. There's an increase in drinking, and so forth. So again, it's not a coincidence that this closing has happened right before the summer months, where we can say that there is an anticipation of the increase in crimes. And I'm sharing these statistics. Again, I'm very emotional about this, so I need to have my information on paper. Okay, so the question is, what does all of this mean? Could it be that the County of Union, again, made a permanent decision based on a temporary problem? Could it be that the County of Union hushed their way to a fast track to fast cash? As things return to normal, and we are no longer in a pandemic, and summer months approach us, and there's a likelihood of an increase in crime in both Union County and Essex County, what is the plan to assure the safety of inmates in the Essex County Jail? What is the plan? The closing of the Union County Jail would undoubtedly, as Brother Ismiall had already stated, impact the already underserved population, and that's people of color. The black prison population here at Union County Jail, 1,153. Latino prison population, 160. Not to mention, as already been stated, the loss of jobs for correctional officers that will be losing their jobs. The other question is, who will be the beneficiaries of this so-called savings associated with the closing of the jail? How will those that are impacted benefit from this savings? We want answers. We want answers, and we demand answers.
So obviously we do our homework, right? Y'all not sharing this. Share this. We do our homework, so we know all the facts and figures. We're not going to let you guys get away with this way. And I know the noise is a little low right now, so I'm gonna got a crowd. Y'all know it's just a matter of time. We're gonna blow this up. So put this on your calendar, May 25th. May 25th, we having a rally in front of the county courthouse, gathering at 4:30 p.m. We're gonna reach out to folks all over. It's gonna be called the George Floyd Memorial Justice Act. Yeah, because this county is full of corruption, institutionalized racism, and those days are now numbered. Because black and brown and poor and people with understanding know that this county cannot, shall not, will not get away with it once and for all. So we're here symbolically to share our ideas and our thoughts and our outrage to what's happening. Just to recap, this county, Union County, is going to close down this facility. Not before the goodness of the residents of this city and the majority who are inmates in this facility. Not for the taxpayers, it's for their own personal use. They're saving over, according to them, $103 million. But there's no plan intact to say what that $103 million is going to go to and who for. Now there's $103 million they made off to the criminal justice system. Already I heard about they spending some more money in the prosecutor's office for what? To prosecute more of us? They already spent millions of dollars in the former juvenile facility, which they closed down 2 years ago. But yet we had less youngsters getting jobs in the last previous year. But they saved $24 million, folks. Where did $24 million go when you close down the juvenile detention center?
That's right.
So you think we're gonna, and those were mostly black and brown kids. Now you closing down this facility, which averaged, what the sister said, between around 1,100 inmates? Yes. You're paying Essex County $103 per day. They talking about they bragging about making about 20-something million dollars of the mostly black and brown inmates that come into Newark. Y'all get what I'm talking about? So it's not even about, per se, the criminal. It's about your tax dollars. It's about fairness. It's about true justice. It's about addressing the corruptive behavior by the management of this county. So write this number down, 908-527-4000, 908-527-4000. Ask for the county manager, I forget his first name, last name Oatmeal, like oatmeal, oatmeal, right? Edwin Oatman. Oatman, like oatmeal, Oatman. He's the county manager, and demand that the county manager rescind this ridiculous, corruptive contract to close down this facility, to get rid of the mostly black and brown officers, and to displace the workers that's here, and to move all the inmates to Newark, making Newark a hub for black inmates and brown inmates and poor inmates. Don't believe the hype, folks. So we're going to be back here again and again and again. But I want you to mark your calendar for the rally that we're having Tuesday, May 25th, on the steps of the county courthouse, 2 Broad Street, Elizabeth. We're going to be bringing folks from all over the state to be here and to make noise. It's going to be called the George Floyd Justice Action.
Right.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, y'all. I just wanted to expound on a couple of points. One of the points the sister made was, how do we ensure the safety of the inmates that would be in Union County but getting transferred to Essex County? Now, for most people out here that know and that's watching right now, the nickname of the Essex County Jail is called the Green Monster. Okay, that gave it that name for a reason. So, if you're living in Elizabeth or Linden, Roselle, Plainfield, somewhere in Union County, and you get pulled over and the cops lock you up for an unpaid traffic warrant or something of that nature, something really minute, and you're in a position where you have to sit a couple of days before you can see a judge to get no bail or whatever the situation may be, what happens to that inmate? What happens to him? He goes to the Green Monster, and we know the proliferation of gang and gang violence and everything that goes on, you know, and now you're really putting these kids in danger, or young adults, or whoever the situation may be. You're putting them in danger by transferring them over to the Essex County Jail, especially if they're being incarcerated for a minute or a frivolous crime. And we're also, another point I want to make also as well, we're talking about the money that they're saving or whatever. We in this county, we need to somehow get on their backs to make sure we can have some type of training programs for these kids. When I was growing up, we had the seeding program. We had summer jobs waiting for us once we got out of school.
That's right.
They eliminated all of that. So what do these kids do? You know, most of the black people that live in these cities, we're all concentrated in one area of town or 2 areas of town. So what happens is in the summertime, you know, you got 6 or 7 people in the house. You want to get out. There's no community center really to go to. There's no no summer job to go to. So you congregate with your friends on the corner or wherever. And we all know how our communities of color are occupied by the police. So what that does is create create more opportunity for police contact with your teenage son or daughter, or with your young adult or younger daughter or whoever, and that's how they end up in these type of facilities for frivolous reasons. So like Salaam said, we need to be proactive, we need to stay on top of this, we need to put pressure on Mr. Oatman or whoever it is, we need to put pressure on and get this thing moving. We can't allow this to happen to us anymore. We have to get more involved in the political process. We have to have more say in who we want to represent us as council people, as mayors, as legislators in this county and also in this state, who's gonna really work for our benefit, because nobody has done that so far, okay? So this is what we have to do with that amount.
All right, I'm gonna go out for a minute, then I'm gonna come back on, and the next spot I'm gonna go to Oatman, right outside his little building there, and I'm gonna call them out. They know how I do business. Y'all stay tuned. In about 5 minutes, we'll be back on live. Peace.
I'm gonna go over here.